to do a cheeky live, and I'm going to take you on a walk. So one of the things that I talk about either on this channel or on my course is the whole idea that we do need to unlearn some of the things, some of the templates that we've built into our lives, largely from those 0 to 7 years from childhood. And if you think about it, it all makes sense. We develop these templates in those early years, and they are derived from our environment, because in those early years our brain moves from a low frequency delta brainwave state to a theta brainwave state. Delta in particular and theta are states in which your brain is at its most malleable. It's a state at which your brain is about as sponge-like at taking in data and taking in knowledge and experience as you can possibly get. Children learn by the actions of their parents, not by what they tell them. So as your child grows 0 to 7, it's not taking in really what you're saying, it's only taking in what you're doing, how you're acting, how you're being in front of others, how you're being in given situations. And so when you apply that idea to things like hypnotherapy, clinical hypnotherapy, that's what a hypnotherapist does. They take you to a theta brainwave state, and then they use suggestible language to affect how your brain sees things, how your brain reacts to given stimuli, given situations. And it means that in that manageable state, or malleable state rather, suggestible language can change some of the templates that you've created in those early years. In those early years, you can see why, even with the best intentions, parents can create these templates in your brain that will last forever. Sometimes it's because parents are being a little bit foolish, but most of the time it's something they're not even aware of. You know those conversations that you have with your partner in front of your child? Those semi-argumentative conversations, or ones where you're being a bit judgmental. If you do that in front of your children, that's what they're learning, that's what they're soaking in, even at those early years, up till sort of 6 or 7. So it's no wonder, therefore, that child, when they become an adult, they retain the same judgments, the same ways of seeing the world. So the good news is that you can do something about it. And there are various techniques. One that I love is the gamma mindset technique from the book The Gamma Mindset by Chris Walton. If you haven't read that book, I highly recommend it. One of the techniques, though, I will go through on the course. This is the 10-day evolutionary course. And of course, there are various meditative techniques that will help to work on some of those templates. And actually, though, I have to say, the more mindful that you become, the more you slow down your life, the more you build in mindful practices and slow down the prefrontal cortex, the easier it is to start working on your mind. Now, my bigger course that I'm writing at the moment starts with exactly that. It starts with how to work on this before you put any other actions into place. I often see people wanting to lose weight, and quite often, therefore, they'll aim for a particular diet in order to do that, or they'll aim for a particular exercise regime. Nothing wrong with either of those. However, it's better to work on your mind first. In other words, figure out what the intention is behind your wanting to lose weight. Then it's more likely that the method that you choose will end up being the correct method that will help you reduce your weight. But if you go all in wanting to lose weight and you're doing it with the wrong mindset, typically people do it, of course, for the summer period. They think, oh crikey, I've got a bit of a belly on. I better do some exercise before I go away on holiday. But that's, of course, the wrong intention, because you're setting yourself this limited time. And of course, beyond that, your brain and your body, then you come back from holiday, reverts back to type. So you need to figure out your intention. Now, I ramble on here about all these different ideas because this is some of the stuff that I'll be talking about on the course. If you want to sign up to the 10-day course, the next one starts on Monday. So next week. And to remind you, 10 days, a live webinar every day. Most of them are about 20 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on how excitable I get. And the first one and the last one last about 45 minutes to an hour. There's lots of opportunity every day for chit chat and Q&A if you wish. There's lots of really interesting stuff, of course, chucked in. And I guess what I'm hoping for when you do this course is that you come away with ideas, you come away with methods that will help to slow your life down, that will give you the access to time to start working on your health, and optimize your brain and your body. There we are. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this view too. So this is the lovely Bradford on Avon. I've just recorded a video a minute ago actually by the Saxon church, which sits right next to the Norman church. So for the uninitiated, a Saxon church means that it's over 1,000 years old. I'm not religious in that sense. I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. And but I have to say, you do pick up on these energies of these very old buildings. And in fact, so if I spin round, you'll see there, hopefully, the Norman church. And in a second, I'll show you the Saxon church. For those watching, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Give me a second, hold on a minute, and I'll show you the Saxon church. Just walk with that to the side, you can see some lovely buildings. And over here, this is probably very boring for a lot of you. But anyway, just up there, in behind to the right of me, is the Saxon church. I think it's possibly one of two that have been, that remain untouched. Anyway, there we are. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. Link below for the course. Also, I'll drop a link below for the Wednesday sessions. You might want to join those as well. Every Wednesday, 6 o'clock BST in the evening. Various different ideas about getting into a flow. Breath techniques, largely breath techniques, but also other methods and ideas, mindful practices that will help you get into a bit of a flow. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.